Now, what can we do? Because you mentioned about bulking up our content. Are there things on most websites, like before you produce the phone book,
Yep.
and people go, "Oh my God, I can't believe so many lost opportunities, so many broken, funky, missing, and sad things on the website."
Mhm.
Before they get the big phone book, are there simple
Mhm.
either messaging changes or structural changes that for this crazy turbulent time you're recommending to your clients?
Sure, sure. Well, it really depends on what software you have. I think the cheapest one out there right now, Neil Patel has bought a company called Uber Suggest. And I was showing that one of the screenshots there. I think it's like $10 a month. It's going to look at the critical things wrong with your website. It's going to look at what keywords you should have. It's what I would kind of call like SEO 101. Even though there's some deep tools there, I think that when we think about our website, and this is, this isn't every company, but this is a lot of companies. It's like the boss says, or the CMO and the boss, they have this great idea. They're going to build a website and everyone's high-fiving. And then the web development company leaves. And then Sally gets called in. And Sally's hair is on fire every single day. And the boss says, "Hey, Sally, since you weren't doing anything, we're going to put you in charge of building the website." And so Sally, on top of her 40-hour job, has to build the website on top of that. And everything has to run smooth because Sally's, performance review is based upon that. And what Sally is doing is she's writing and doing the best possible job.
Holy smokes. Sorry. Clearly, I pressed the wrong button. So our friends at StreamYard are like, "What the hell did he just do?" I'm sorry. Let's go back to Sally with the hair on fire.
Sally's hair's on fire. They put this job, they put this new web build on top of her normal job. And the greatest day of Sally's life is when the website is launched. So Sally can go back to her normal job.
Yeah.
And here we sit with a new website for the next 3 years that barely gets touched, barely gets looked at, written by someone who needed to get it done so that they could get to the stuff that they really wanted to do. All right. So the number one thing that we say is if you can use an expert and you have the money right now in these times to do it, use an expert. Like we can break down a website in a fraction of the time than someone doing it in-house. If you don't have that time, use some of these tools to identify certain knobs you can change and just certain things you can do to adjust content and just see how it performs.
I like it. And leave the heavy lifting to the professionals, I always say.
Yeah. Yep.
What's that?
I think that this time is going to expose that do-it-yourself is will work in some areas, but not in other areas.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, my vantage point is that marketing is moving so fast that it requires subject matter experts to basically outshine your competition. And so you want to be on the first page. Your client's expectations are really high. You want to be on the first page of Google. You want to be a thought leader. You want to have a social presence. You want to have your website be really great as a utility, and it goes on and on and on. And if that lands on one person's plate, like a marketing director's plate, even if he or she has 120 hours a week to do it, she just doesn't have the expertise to do it and doesn't have the time.
Right.
And so just like maybe you do, but I don't. If my plumbing leaks, I don't try to fix it myself. I call a plumber. And so what we try to do as a company is we have the subject matter experts on our team. We do a team-based approach. So people that work with us pay one bill, but they have access to all these subject matter experts that are able to make and turn the dials in their marketing so that they, so that they don't have to hire that internally, but they get to be more of a quarterback than a doer, because you just don't have enough time to keep up with all this stuff. It's crazy.
You sure don't. And again, unless you're a brain surgeon, you shouldn't be doing the brain surgery.
Yeah.